telling them to do, we don't do today because we want love and happiness. That's what you think the church is all about. See, that's why some of you want me to embrace heretics. I hate their doctrine, love their lives, but can't even stand what they stand for, and will tell them. How about you? Because when you for love and happiness, you don't see heresy. It all appears to be the same to you. It's just my opinion against theirs. Jesus Christ didn't come here for no chump change opinion. But I know where the church is today. Let me give you an example. Hebrews chapter 12, verse 2. Would you go there with me, if you will? Hebrews chapter 12, verse 2. Talking about stay power, I love this verse. 12 and 2 says, fixing our eyes on Jesus. He's the example. The author and perfecter of our faith. In other words, he's the primary example. Who for the joy that meant the joy set before him. In other words, a cross became his joy. Jesus said, give me the nails and the pain and the blood and the agony. That's what I want. And it said he endured the cross and despised the shame. Oh man, he was naked, beat up, human stuff coming out of him all over, flies in and all out of his mouth, into the wounds of his bloody side, everything else, maggots starting to develop, and he was there and couldn't, vomiting up all the food that he ate, heaving for air, being murdered on a cross. And he said, this is joy that God may get the glory. And all I'm asking you to do is stand up for Jesus and say, I will not do that because it brings shame. And you run around and say, oh man, I can have all the fun I want. And look where he ended up. Sat down at the right hand of the throne of God. Now don't think you getting to heaven with your chump change so-called Christianity here. Oh, he's going to let me in because of who I am. You scum. No, he's not. He ain't letting you in unless you get some joy in this pain. Read your book. It's not like this new age stuff tells you out here. It's not like that at all. Now, in review, and those of you that are watching my television, you have the entire outline right in front of you right now, and I'm just going to do that. I've already gone through, number one, the opening salutation, James 1 and 1. We spoke about last week the author. B, we spoke about the readers. C, we spoke about the greetings. We're going through part one, the theme, which is a testing of our personal faith. Number two, we've already discussed the trials of the believer, James chapter 1, verses 1 through 12, if you want to outline. This is the way I'm doing this. A, we said the proper attitude towards the trials, verses 2 through 4. And then, under that, we saw the attitude commanded in verse 2. And number 2, we saw the reason indicated. And now we're going to get into the third one for verse 4, the outcome to be realized. You can fill that in on your outline. The outcome to be realized. In other words, since you've gone through the attitude that's commanded, the reason that he indicated that attitude, now let's try to realize the outcome of all of this. And I'd like to read verse 4. And let endurance have its perfect result, that you may be perfect and complete, lacking in nothing. Now I want to talk about some things that we recognize in this verse. Some things that we really recognize in this verse. I would say, number one, James says that endurance must at all costs finish its work. See, some of us think that at times, like me, oh, I'm through with this. No, that's not endurance being finished. Some of you young Christians, you teenagers that got baptized, you better think about this. It's only just begun to live. Oh, what the pain you'll share. Oh, all the tears you cry. You've only just begun. I beg your pardon. Dun, 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 dun. I never promised you a rose garden. Oh, yeah, you can sing all them songs. Because it's coming back home to roost. Let it have its full effect. Allow it to attain its end. Endurance isn't finished yet. And I thought that once I became a senior pastor, oh man, hey man, this is it, right, Lord? I just preach every week and teach, right, Lord? Right, Lord? Lord gonna put some stuff on me. So you thought this was life? Take this. Oh, Lord, Jesus! I thought it was supposed to be the other way. Oh no, you've only just begun. Secondly, allow endurance to make a complete job of itself in your life. In my life. Allow endurance to do its work. Because if you don't do that, guess what? The next trial coming, you're going to start pitching a fit. Pitching a fit, man. Before it even gets there, before it comes, you're pitching a fit. And trying, I'm going to protect this from happening. You know how that works? You young, you got a little money, and you want to invest the money and everything, and you says, like somebody told me, and I don't know whether it's true, bro, but somebody says, I'm going to retire by the time I'm 40 or 50. Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah? God got something coming around the corner that even I don't know about. And I'm still trying on my own sinfulness to get this other job so I can help pay for this. Because, see, that's the only reason I want that other job. I don't want the other job so I can get more money for me. I want the other job because some of us here has been falling down. And, they want to use the ministry as blackmail. I ain't going to give no money unless no, Lord, give me another job so I can take up where they falling down. Because I know that you gave us this, and so that we can get this blessed message out. Not for no blackmailing Christians. I ain't going to give no money unless you give, no. And so if God gives me a second job and I can do this in the job too, he read your mind and he got your pocketbook taken care of already. That's why I'm going for the second job, not because I want another car, a beautiful home, and all of that for you blackmailing saints. Oh, and they're here. They're in this room. I ain't giving him nothing. Keep it. All right. Thirdly, endurance shall be active and not passive, and it shall not cease until it is finished. Your endurance is active endurance, not just sitting down waiting to see, picking up the phone call, seeing what somebody else is enduring. You better get busy. You better get busy. God gave you something. You better get busy. Right. Because it says the word let must not be taken as merely denoting permission. There is no word in the Greek for that. When you look at verse 4a, it says, and let. There's no word in the Greek for that, and that's the way we look at it. But basically what it means is don't be passive. See, you don't have to allow this permission. You will endure. That's what he's saying. You will endure. It is a command intent on putting the reader on guard against the danger mentioned. That is to allow the chain of results to be interpreted. In other words, everything that happens in your life, you better put an interpretation on it, allow that to take place, and then you continue to live while this interpretation is taking place in your lives. Individually, never collectively. As a Christian, don't call your Christian friend, because let me tell you, when God puts some stuff on you, he's going to put it on you solo. Solo. R.C. Sproul gave this example, and I like to give it if I can. He said that he was watching the 700 Club, this Pat Robinson's show. And he said that a lady came on who had just suffered a tragic death, if I get his story right, of two of her children right after each other. And one of the deaths of the children, R.C. said, was caused when she was in the car and she accidentally rolled over the child on the driveway. So she came on Pat Robinson's show, the 700 Club, and she was sitting on the stage with her husband and she was crying, saying, why would God allow this to take place?